going on, members of the Shy Guy Squad? My name is Dan, otherwise known as Danekii, and welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Moon Citra quality Wi-Fi battle. Today up against the man himself, TaceBreeze. I found him in Leo's fan server on Discord. He was looking for a battle. I was looking for the last battle with this team, and he happily obliged. So here we are today with the final battle for the chance to win the Pokemon of the week, being the Alolan Ninetales shiny, battle ready, and all that good stuff. So as you guys can see, I'm bringing the shiny Alolan Ninetales, Charizard X, Rotom Wash, Excadrill, Hoopa Unbound, and Tornadus Therian. And my opponent is bringing a Metagross, probably Mega. Indeed, it is a Mega Metagross. He's bringing Tapu Lele, Alolan Marowak, Amoonguss, Tapu Fini, and Zygarde. So a very, very nice team on my opponent's part, but without all the rattling and stuff. Let's check just how this battle went exactly. So let's get into this here. My man TaceBreeze is here issuing a challenge. We are challenged by TaceBreeze, and I'm kind of excited, you know, just gonna get this battle. You know, I feel like I've kind of gotten this team down. I'm really excited about it. So my man's gonna lead off with Metagross. I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna lead off with Ninetales. It works against everything except for Metagross, so that is kind of unfortunate on my part. So it starts to hail, and I'm gonna get out of here because I'm not going to stay in and catch a Meteor Mash, a Bullet Punch, or whatever my opponent wishes to do. So I'm going to go into my physical defensive Pokemon of choice, which is Rotom Wash, which is the best thing to deal with Mega Metagross. On my team, at least. I mean, there are definitely better options, like Bronzong, for example, but, or even Metagross himself. Metagross himself deals rather well with him. Now, luckily for me, he did miss his Meteor Mash, so that's, lucky for me, at least. Lucky and bad. I get some leftovers, recovering, munching on the leftovers after the hail, and now we're back at full. Now, Metagross here is kind of scaring me, and I was like, he's probably afraid of Will-O-Wisp, and he's gonna go into Fungus Among Us, you know, Fungus Among Us. Look at him, yo, Among Us looking kind of nice though, not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm gonna Volt Switch out of here. I don't want to stay in. Didn't see Zygarde come in, so I'm just gonna go into Smaug, my Charizard. And get buffeted by the hail. He's gonna get buffeted by the hail, and we're all having a good time. You know what it's all about? Having a good time. I don't know why I just referenced South Park, but you know what? That's what we do over here. We just make random ass references at any time that doesn't quite actually make sense. But yeah, so this should be going up before the stream today, guys. You guys excited for that? Be sure to tune out on that at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard. But he goes into his Tapu Fini as mist swirls around the battlefield. And I'm going to Mega Evolve, Mega Shinka. And Charizard X, yeah, call me Alon. Mega Shinka. Okay, enough of that. I go for Flare Blast. I just wanted to direct destroy Amoonguss because I didn't want to get put to sleep by Spore and stuff. And that Tapu Fini does not take that well. So if only I got like, if I get a Dragon Dance up, I can very easily take this thing out with a Thunder Punch, which I don't know if my opponent is going to expect or not. But as you guys can see as well, you know, with Misty Surge, for those of you who don't know, it also weakens the power of Dragon-type moves, so my Dragon Claws are going to be weakened to about a neutral hit on super effective, resisted on neutral, and then like, well, quad resisted on a resist. But I go for a Dragon Dance here because I don't think there's too much he can do. The worst case scenario in my head is that he clicks Nature's Madness and I lose like half of my current HP. But no, he clicks Moonblast, and well, I guess I did about half of what I had, so I guess call it that Nature's Madness, I suppose. But yeah, so Tapu Fini is here. Tapu Fini is doing its thing, catching the hail. Charizard's catching the hail. Everybody catching the hail, to be honest, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. But yeah, so that is the thing, and oh my god, my eyes. But yeah, so I'm going to go for I think I went for Thunder Punch here. Pretty sure I went for Thunder Punch as he went into Zygarde. So a very, very nice prediction on my opponent's part here that I would go for a Electric type move. I don't think my opponent, well, I don't know, it's kind of tough to say, but my opponent may have predicted that Thunder Punch, which was very nice on his part at least. I don't think Extreme Speed kills me, but I do decide to preserve my Charizard just a little bit because it has a use future on. Now I'm going to go into Ninetales again because this is my chance to get up the Veil, and he is going to click the Extreme Speed like I predicted. Now, the thing is, it's a bit slow because Snow Warning, but yeah, he's going to go for the E-Speed like I said he probably would, and there isn't much Zygarde can do to a Ninetales. He's facing down a quad weakness right now, that hasn't guaranteed accurate blizzard, and I can just set up the Veil here. I think I'm pretty sure that I set up the Veil here because that would be the most ideal play for me to do on the field. Now he's going to send in his Marowak, his Alolan Marowak, and this thing has always looked good, you know. But we're setting up the Veil, nice, and Veil is on the field. And you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. We have a Reflect and Light Screen on the field at the exact same time, which is really, really nice for us. So, with that being said though, the Misty Terrain is finally going to go away, and I'm going to swap out because I want to preserve my Ninetales for future references. Now, I go into Charizard here, and I was like, I mean, he's probably going to Rock. And I get that prediction right, because I know Marowak gets Stealth Rock now, it also gets Knock Off, and it gets a bunch of other cool stuff too. But yeah, with that, I'm going to get buffeted by the Hail. I do outspeed this though, so it's like a nice kill that I can potentially pick up, and that is something that, you know, kind of gets me a little bit like hype. If I can knock this out, we can start turning the tides of the battle as I go for a Dragon Claw, and I slide in, but it is not enough. It's actually quite far from enough because Marowak is very, very bulky. Now he's just going to go for a Shadow Club, and that is going to take down Charizard, so Smaug has not had the best of records with this team, but I think he has done a pretty good job, if I'm going to say so myself. So I send in my Rotom Wash here, as it is a very safe switch in for me, I suppose. And I can just click Hydro Pump here, and that is going to be plenty enough to take out the Alolan Marowak. And with that, we are down to 5 and 5. So it's like, you know, nice and evened out and all of that good stuff. So yeah. Audacity, come back! Okay, cool, nice, so we can see the recording. Now he goes into Fungus Among Us again, the Among Us. I don't know why I say Fungus Among Us, because that's not its nickname. But yeah, I go for another Volt Switch because I don't want to stay in on Among Us. That is like the last Pokemon I want to stay in on. And I go into Dig Dug, my Excadrill, because Poison Move on Rotom makes no sense. Wait. I mean, I guess it's the best thing I had. I guess it was my Sleep Fodder. But yeah, he goes for Spore. And, step 1 of bad luck, I guess, comes into play now. Of course, there's the mandatory turn of sleep that everybody has to burn, and that is understandable, completely understandable, as I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to click Rapid Spin. That is literally like the only thing I want. I want to click Rapid Spin, and I want to wake up, I want to click Rapid Spin and get rid of these hazards, because the game would have been a lot easier for me if I did that. Now, he tried to go for Stun Spore here, predicting some sort of switch out or something, so very interesting right there. So I'm just going to, you know, try to go for the Rapid Spin again as he switches into Zygarde, or Zygarde, as they said in the anime. And I'm asleep again, so, you know, 2 turns sleep, that's fine. 2 turns, that's fine. He's gonna go for 1,000 arrows, you know, the Bork move. Oh, nice and thumbnail. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. But yeah, so, you know, that does about half. 3 turns to sleep. Oh, there's nothing more you can do about that, I guess. Yay, woo. Sleep is very much a fun. Hold on. There was that yawn I've been waiting for. I felt it in my eyes, but he goes for another 1,000 arrows here, and this would be my, oh no, he gets a crit. That's a crit, that's definitely, no, that was a high roll. Was the Veil over? Was that it? Oh yeah, I think the Veil went over. But yeah, I go into Hoopa here. I go into Hoopa, and look at this bad luck, guys. Look at this bad luck, right? So I predict him to go into Feeny or Lele. I know that he's not going to stay in with Zygarde. So he withdraws his Zygarde, and I have Gunk Shot, as you guys know. I've shown it off before. He switches into Feeny, which is the one that I really, really, really want to get rid of right now. I do end up clicking Gunk Shot. I do actually end up clicking Gunk Shot. And as you guys can see, I miss it. I missed my Gunk Shot, which would have taken out a huge threat early on. Now, of course, Taco, he was in the chat, and he was telling me, hey, by the way, it's fine. I can stay in and die, but I wasn't paying attention to the Discord, and I decided to swap out. If I would have just stayed and clicked another Gunk Shot, it could have been a lot more easier for me. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I could have missed another one. And he was ready to click, I think he was ready to click the Moonblast. I think that's what he ended up doing, so that's unfortunate. So if I would have missed again, then he would have done a huge chunk of damage to my, Hoopa. So he wouldn't let me kill him, but at the same time, he would have let me kill him. But yeah, so I'm going to go into my Ninetales right here, because the thing is, like, even if I set up the Veil, I'm trying to set up the Veil so that he's forced to defog for me, so I can get rid of these Stealth Rocks on my field, since he, you know, did all the damage and got the sleep turrets and stuff on my spinner. So it would be nice for me to, you know, be able to get rid of said hazards. So if I have to sacrifice my Ninetales to get up screens for that, then by all means I will do that. Yeah. But yeah, so I do end up setting a light screen, Aurora Veil. Wow, what, I messed up that. I'm sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so I was trying to do that, and he's gonna go for Scald, and he's going to knock out my Ninetales. So, you know, Ninetales is just being here with the support of the Veil, and that is all nice and dandy, but you know, I want to use Ninetales differently some other time in the future. Oh god, cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. I hit something. That was my bad. I'm probably not, to be honest. Yeah, I sent out my Tornadus here because this thing has Sludge Wave, the one thing that can be used to hurt Tapu Fini, I suppose. And I do end up clicking it. Oh, why am I so tired now? It's like 4. But yeah, so I go for a Sludge Wave, and it doesn't do that much, to be honest. And he's gonna click Scald, and you know what? Guess what happens next, guys? You guessed right, he gets the burn. This is Pokemon, a game of which is 90% luck and 10% skill. Okay, it's not that much, but it is like 60% luck and 40% skill. You can be the world's worst player, but if you click Jirachi Ironhead like 15 times and win, then you know that's luck compared to skill. So that is like how this game is played, and I'm gonna make sure that nobody walks in on me, so I'm gonna lock my door. Awesome, it's locked. So I'm gonna be hurt by the burn and stuff now, and that's gonna be annoying, and I'm gonna go for a Hurricane now, because in case he decided to swap out into something that can take on Sludge Wave better, but you know, it doesn't really even matter, because my opponent decides, hey, I don't want to die tonight. No, not gonna die tonight. I'm gonna stand and fight, and Tornus gonna take more hail damage, more burn damage, and just overall have a really bad time. Now Fini takes some hail damage too, and Ninetales actually ends up getting the kill on Fini either way, so you know, it's all fine, it's fine. But we finally take that thing down, and now it's like 4-3, I think it's 4-3. As my opponent here decides to bring in the Zygarde, 50% the Serpent with Aura Break, so you know it's not going to be 100% because my man here, TaceBreeze, follows the Smogon Tears, and I was like, hey, Rotom, you can probably do something, can't you? And he goes for the Extreme Speed, gets a crit, does nothing. Hail stops. I think I have like 3 turns left of the Veil, or something like that. Could be wrong, could be a little bit off. But the main point is, you know, I can start trying to hit this thing. And he goes for Substitute, and I was like, oh, drat. Drat. That's not fun. So I tried to go for Toxic here, and that of course doesn't work, because he was at a Substitute, and I was like, oh, damn it. I literally just told him in the chat because of how I felt about this guy. I was like, good game, man. I can't break past a Hoopa, I can't break past a Zygarde behind a Substitute. With the rest of my team, you weakened me enough to the point where Zygarde just wins. But yeah, with that being said though, like, you know, I'm not gonna give a fight. I'm gonna try. Oh, and I missed the Hydro Pump, so I was like, okay, yeah, there's no point of trying. But I mean, I'm not just gonna click X and forfeit and run, because what would the point of that? That's no fun, and it doesn't make for an interesting video or anything like that. I think it's actually no, it's 4. Yeah, so he's gonna go for another 1,000 arrows now that I've fallen straight down, and Rotom is still, you know, like hanging on by a thread, trying to be the washing machine that he could. Whoa, there it was. But yeah, so I go for a Hydro Pump, and it does actually make the sub fade, which makes me feel a little bit more comfortable knowing that I can at least break the Substitute with a Hydro Pump. I'm pretty sure it's like pretty close to not breaking it, but it does break it, which is nice. Now my opponent could definitely stall me at Hydro Pumps, because after that I can't really touch it, so that is unfortunate. But my opponent decides to click 1,000 arrows here, probably expecting me to click Hydro Pump, which you best believe your boy did, because I didn't want no Substitute Zygarde to set up on me. So he's going to catch the Hydro Pump, which, you know, seems to do about 25%-ish. Maybe a little bit more, like 30. I'm not quite 100% sure how much it did, how much his investments are at, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I do break the sub, and that's all that matters. Now my Veil is done, so I'm going to die, and that is not going to be fun. He's just clicking here 1,000 arrows. I wish that move had less PP, so it would be a more risk, more reward kind of move, and not just like, hey, I have a move that hits flying types, and I have plenty of it, because its base power is like 80. But that, or 90 or whatever. But I mean, the thing is, like, you're supposed to make a move. Like, I get it, signature move's dope and all. Now I send in Hoopa here again, and this time I just think I said fuck it. I think I just said feck it. And I clicked Ice Punch, and this time he swaps into his Amoonguss. So at the end of the day, it didn't matter too much, because I still kind of like got the the right matchup, you know, like the one that I wanted to hit. I go for Ice Punch, and I bring him down to like below half, and I freeze him, but it doesn't really matter because I would have just 2-hit KO'd him anyways, and he would have no purpose preserving the Amoonguss. There's literally no reason to preserve it. So I'm gonna go for a Ice Punch again. Oh, my eyes are looking weird. Why is it this recording? I was doing a recording earlier where it didn't happen like that. I guess my eyes are like just taking effect of this because of what's it called? Premiere. But Mega Metagross comes in here, and I'm gonna have to swap out because I'm choice locked into Ice Punch. So I'm gonna go into Torn because, you know, I have Heat Wave and stuff, and it's my only other Pokemon alive. That's another thing to take into consideration. Now my opponent decides to click Rock Polish, and I was like, oh shit. That's it. That's a good game right there. It's all over. There's literally no way I can win now unless you decide to like somehow miss a Meteor Mash. I crit you with a Heat Wave and you get burnt. Now he did miss the Meteor Mash too, so I was like, oh. I go for Heat Wave. I get some really nice damage off on him. It's like, burn maybe? Nope, no burn. And unless he misses another Meteor Mash on my Torn or even on my Hoopa, there's no way I'm winning this game. Even if he were to hit my, even if he were to miss my Hoopa, I don't think I could have been able to beat Zygarde alone. So it was basically Torn or, like it was Torn essentially to try to win this game, but that fate just didn't have its way with me this game, and my opponent TaceBreeze takes a 3-0 victory with his Rock Polish Mega Metagross Gen 7 team. Now I think this battle would have gone a little bit differently if I could have hit that Gunk Shot earlier. Now Tapu Lele was never even on the field, which, I mean, I appreciate that, but at the same time it was a bit weird. But yeah, that is the battle. So if you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like down below, as your support is greatly appreciated. And hit that subscribe button as well. Become a member of the Shy Guy Squad today. Hit that bell button to get a notification whenever I upload, because, you know, sub boxes are kind of borked from time to time. And also comment down below answering the question of the video, which pops up at any random point for a chance to win the Shiny Battle Ready Alolan Ninetales, you know, the Pokemon of the week. But with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. Hope to see you guys in the live stream in a couple of hours, and talk to you guys there. Bye bye.